Yeah, so for me, like that was one of the most interesting parts of the whole interview. Actually, I felt like there was a lot of there's a lot of stuff to unpack there. But I mean, first, what's the word? First reactions, like any off the head, like strong feelings you had when you heard something, or
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm like, tell me more. So you say, okay, so it's not like I don't like sex, right? It's about I like my job. So there's more to this value. But what's that value, right?
I realized it's a bit unclear because I didn't really get captured in the recording properly because what she said is that it gives me financial stability, allows me to live a decent life afford to do things that I can to just live a life. So that's the value that she sees in sex work. It's not so much the sex or the coming or the getting people off. It's the fact that this is the option to live.
Right. I mean, well, then that gets. I mean, you could do the same in other jobs also. So I'm thinking it's not unique to this profession.
True.
So I mean, so that it was there, and the other one, when she said that, if not, you would just pick the most pretty girl, and right, and I'm thinking, yeah, of course, right,
right.
So I don't understand what
okay,
it would have been more helpful, I guess, to explain more.
Okay, so maybe so some parts of the interview we had to cut out because there were certain things that she said would have identified who she was last. So we cut that out. So I can explain to you what she said in some of those parts. So what she said earlier was that the reason a lot of people go into sex work, right, is because they don't have any viable alternative. No one really goes into sex work wanting to go into sex work. It's like the last option. I got no job. I can't get a job anywhere else. I go to sex work. And the other part, which was what was the second part?
The most pretty.
The prettiest. Yeah. So she's saying that sex work is more than sex because if it's just sex, right, then the prettiest one will get it. And it makes sense, right? Like only the prettiest one will get. But then she also said that some clients actually. Okay, some parts we didn't record. So we asked her like, are there any clients who will come, book a sex worker and not have any sex? Which they got. So
again?
Like you go get a sex worker, right? Then you don't have sex.
Oh, but they come to visit.
Yeah, they come to visit. And then there's God. But then she said that it's usually like after a few times. Then sometimes the sex worker after they have sex, and maybe there's like 5 minutes, right? They have sex. Then the next 55 minutes, 1 hour 55 minutes is this is my family. Show pictures of their family. Show them because sometimes there's no one to talk. Okay, I think it's partially also because as a sex worker, when someone talks to you, you come from a less judgmental place. So people, so there's that, and then sometimes it's hard for people to find people that you can talk to in a non-judgmental way. Also, I mean that's just my guess that could be why a lot of it's not about sex work, and sometimes you get in she said sometimes there's a lot of other things baggage that goes into the whole sex work thing, this person reminds me of someone else, therefore I pick them as opposed to the most pretty one. So there's a lot of psychology. I mean, later on we'll listen to some clips about other aspects of it, but that might elucidate it a bit better. But any other things?
Goes back to choice, no choice. But, I mean, yes, I do see the value, I do see her as a human, all that. But I still can't share. Obviously, if she had another option, she probably something else.
Well, would she? I mean, I don't know, but I don't know if it's a very good reason to say that I couldn't find any other job, right? Because I really wonder if there really isn't any other job.
Okay.
I mean, so yes, that's what you say, and I don't know if there's any way to. So I'm looking at it from a very, I guess, studying kind of point of view, right?
Okay.
So is there really nothing else to do?
Okay, so in terms of let's just talk about education first. So you think about education. So there's two groups here. So in Singapore, the main licensed sex workers are trans women, right? And you also have foreigners who come in. Foreigners, sometimes, I mean, if you come in to be a sex worker, generally you come from a very poor background, don't have the cash or the means to get an education. And
Right.
so and sometimes it's a question of the life you can give your family also. So a lot of them have kids or children back home.
Yeah, but you can do the same with selling drugs, right? So as in,
but selling drugs gets you killed.
yeah.
And also, in a way, you kind of, say you could do like menial labor in your home country,
Mm.
but how much can you earn from it? You don't earn as much. Maybe you will not be able to educate your children. In a sense, you don't really break a poverty cycle if you don't get educated. But maybe you can earn more as a sex worker enough to actually educate your children, and then like give them a chance, that kind of thing. So I mean, I think there's a lot of when she was speaking to us, there are a lot. We realized. I mean, we went in thinking like, oh, we're quite enlightened. We want to work with sex workers. We're very sympathetic. But then we realized actually no, like our awareness was very limited. Like we didn't really think about because of like who we are, where we grew up, right? We just aren't exposed to this kind of of things. We can't